Darlings, make sure you're in your seats. Get ready to glow, darlings. Welcome Charlotte Tilbury to the stage. It is so incredible to be here with all of you absolute beauties. This masterclass is all about the tricks I'm going to show you using my innovations that are so subtle and effective. They perfectly enhance your natural beauty, making you look the most gorgeous, confident, and glowing version of yourselves. Darlings, they call me the Queen of Glow for a reason. Makeup is all about light, and it really, light and shade, and it's an art form. I'm giving you all the tricks that all the celebrities use backstage to make them look fabulous, and I wanted to bottle all of that and give that to you. So whether it's a ring light, a diva light, a Hollywood spotlight, or an Instagram filter, which we all love, darling, thank God for Paris filter. I'm literally like a light thief, going around kind of, bottling all of these different light tricks, but will change the way you see glow, change the way you use glow, and change everything you ever thought you knew about glow. I'm so excited to show you these incredible looks with the help of my amazing pro artists. We're gonna do my legendary look over here, and then we're gonna do pillow talk over here. You have to have a beautiful canvas. So we are gonna start off with my amazing Crystal Elixir Magic Serum. Okay, and we're just gonna put that on your face like this. I'm gonna blend that in a minute, one sec. Put a little bit here and a little bit here. Okay, right. This is a crystal glaze. This is like 4 serums in one. It not just hydrates the skin, but it's got niacinamide, which basically literally smooths out your pores, repairs fine lines, and it gives you the most crystal glaze texture. What I love to do is also take your knuckles when you're just giving yourself lymphatic drainage, really going under your cheekbone like that, doing the Tilbury tap along the jawline, also underneath the eyes, just really tapping to get that blood flow going through the skin. So can you see, darlings, that crystal glaze? Can we all see that?
Wow.
Yes! And then, darling, let's go this way. Beautiful before, stunning after. No. Beautiful after. You are gorgeous both ways. But okay, right, now, Magic Cream is Magic Skin. This was the first product I created before the brand even existed. And this moisturizer immediately plumps, smooths, and cocoons the skin in moisture. Why is Magic Cream so magic? It literally creates this cushioning and lifting mesh technology over the skin in 28 seconds and not 28 days. You know, one of those things where they say to you, you're going to see incredible results in a month. You're like, sorry? I'm like, no, I can't. I need it immediately. I need immediate repair, okay? I need the skin to be 2 times more ready and plumped and smoothed and soothed in 28 seconds. And this is what Magic Cream does. On top of it, not does it just moisturize, repair, calm, cocoon, because this was created for skin barriers that were being, stressed, exhausted, and to basically plump them, re-smooth them, re-texturize them immediately. Immediate skin revival. Now, darlings, your makeup, not only does it moisturize, but it primes the skin. So I just want to show you, darling, let's do a little kind of turn. Okay, can you see what that's done? Now, again, when you put this on, really lymph drainage underneath the cheekbones, along the jawline. I always like to squeeze the jawline. Do the Tilbury tap, darling. Tap, 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 tap. Perfect, and there. Now, this is going to prime the skin ready for gorgeous foundation. And the reason Magic Cream is a moisturizer and a primer in one. Okay, so that your makeup will never look as good as if you have Magic Cream underneath it. Because Magic Cream it never rolls, it never pills, it creates this cushioning bounce to your skin, smoothing, everything out. So that, then everything sits so beautifully on top of it. You're going to start off by using my amazing Hollywood Flawless Filter. So this is the Tilbury Glowy Base that I use on every celebrity. They're on the Oscar red carpet with the big old camera, which basically HD TV, which shows up everything. I was like, I need a real-time live filter inspired by Instagram that makes you look like you've just come back from a spa or a health, you know, just gives you that absolutely blood gorgeous glow. You can wear it 4 ways. Over makeup, under makeup. That's what Complexion is using here. Sienna Miller likes to mix it in with a little bit of Unreal. Then you've got Kate Moss likes to put it on the top of her cheekbones. That's what they'll put on when no one's around because it's super easy. Again, you literally can just put it all over your face and it just is incredible. It has this amazing glow gel technology which really gives that seamless kind of smooth look. Darlings, can you see the difference with that going on there, darling? And also, really important, my Hollywood brush, just stippling that in. It really beautiful over here. Now you've done a little bit of the work for me, gorgeous. This is Magic Vanish. We're gonna take this and you just do this underneath here along the lower eye socket like that. And we'll go right, don't go too close up, like that. And this is just going to banish any exhaustion. This just banishes any dark circles because it's a color corrector. And also, whenever I'm at the Oscars or the Met Ball or whatever, I literally, 2 things. Give me that powder, darling. This is what they do. Yep. They go like that, don't they, darling? They're like that. Darling! Like that's out of their handbags because they've got this in the clutch bags because they're like, what did you put inside this? Because this product has got amazing carnauba wax, but it's also got these diffusing filters. So you can put this over makeup and it literally does not sit in any lines, it smooths them out. Let's have a look at you, sweetie, on the camera. Gorgeous. Can we see what that's done, darling? Like Magic Vanish. I literally have done nothing. It's all the products. So
I know Charlotte did it very quickly, but I hope you guys kind of took in what she was doing and how you were literally, because she's a magician, so she does things.
No, I know. So I'm super fast. Okay.
Charlotte, tell us exactly how you did it. Where are you placing it?
So we are placing it here. Okay, I'm taking my Hollywood brush. I'm popping that in the inner corner and then literally putting that along underneath this lower socket, and then you can go all the way up. You can then blend that in with your finger, pat it in like that.
Never like to go too high. So
and I never like to go too high.
She leaves this gorgeous.
It's in a dome here. If you put it in there, but don't, and then you can just blend it up with your finger, but don't go too high up here. Just let that smooth out with your finger so that it doesn't, because that could make your eye look a little bit smaller. Now this is a way to get a little bit of a, we're cheating a little kind of facelift with little strings of light with my amazing radiant, beautiful skin radiant concealer. So I take that and instead of just going a big dome underneath the eye, we're gonna deposit a good amount in there, like one line. We're gonna do these strings of like one line. Now this line we're gonna do here, like that. This is to lift the face with these strings of light. We're gonna do another one here by the nose, like that. And another one here by the mouth. So the reason I've placed them like this is because by putting concealer here, what we want to, Kate Moss does this one too, by the lip. When you put foundation on, what you don't want to do when you put foundation on is just blank out your features. What you want to do is you want to put your Hollywood Flawless filter or whatever you're putting on, or whatever, you know, your beautiful skin foundation. And then what you want to do is place your concealer so that it all lifts up the face. So we've taken that. Now we're going to blend that in, and you can do this with your finger if you want, but I like to do it with my brush, and you're going to see what this does in just dragging up the face and really, really kind of getting rid of any, if you have any kind of dark shadows on the face or pigmentation. We've always got a bit of redness around the nose. So we're just going to pop a little bit of that on there.
So what Charlotte's basically doing, you see that motion where you get that pat, 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 that tap, 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 tap. She's not moving the product around.
Stippling.
So you're stippling in that product, because what that's going to do is going to allow the product to lay down really beautifully, but it also doesn't disrupt anything that you've put underneath. Do you ever find sometimes when you're doing your makeup and then you put your concealer on and then you're like, oh no, but my cheeks are still a bit red, or like I can see
good.
texture coming through, it's because you're moving it, you're dragging around the
Yes, we
product.
don't want dragging around. We want to use a Hollywood brush, which we love, which you can, the tap, tap, Tilbury tap. Can you just see what that's done? There's simple tricks that you are all going to take home and do, because when people say, oh, why does her face like have this amazing architecture? And we're going to talk about the contour ones and what that does. Placing concealer is crucial in the right places. Can you just see there where we just, with the difference of where we just place that and the way that drags up the face? Can you see here where the eye is? How that's lifted? It's bounced out the light here underneath the eyes, and then it's lifted the eye. Can we all see that, darlings?
Wow.
Lots of yeses. Gorgeous. It's also allowed the strings of light coming up here, so that's lifted this part of the face. And it's also bounced out underneath here under the eye.
And these are kind of techniques you can apply. So Rachel's also doing a gorgeous Ciara.
Super easy, clear. When I taught people this, they're like, have you had work done? It's like, no, darling. We have just used these simple tricks. Now, okay, so I am now contouring. Who contours? Yes, that's what I like to hear. It's fine, you can tell me if you don't, but after tonight you will be contouring. So, darlings, contouring is crucial. When people say, oh my God, but that amazing facial architecture, I just don't look like that. If you put foundation on and you do not underpaint or you don't contour, it is dramatically going to give you the most incredible cheekbones, sculpted, snatched, lifted, facial architecture. So I was like, I have got to create something that is going to make it easy for people to contour. And let me just show you how easy it is. So we're going to do a line here on the forehead. We're going to do a line here, the cheekbones. Now, we don't want to go too low because then you drag the cheekbones, but you want it to be here. And then we're going to do a little bit, very lightly, on the jaw.
So what Charlotte always says, just to give you guys a guide when she means not to.
And we're going to...
Your contour here, you see how it comes up right to where the edge of the eye is? That's where you want to make sure that where your contour is, you're kind of using the top of your ear as a guide, and then you're ending it right there, because when you blend out, you're going to see how gorgeous that is. It's going to land in all of the spots where you need it to. So you're never going to feel like, actually, why is my contour all the way by my mouth? And then as you blend with your gorgeous Hollywood brush, again, don't forget that motion. Stipple, 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 stipple.
Stipple, 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 stipple.
Stipple.
And here we go. But also, why am I doing it there? Why am I doing it here? You want to unify the face. You blend it, as you stipple it out, you slightly blend it out onto the cheekbone, and slightly underneath the cheekbone. But you don't want to go too far down. Now, if you make a mistake, you can just go like that on top of it. It's totally and utterly mistake-proof. And now we're going to go along the jawline, because we love a sharp jawline, darling. And we're just going to unify this and blend that in. Like that.
And you're kind of blending downwards and onto the neck.
Exactly. Downwards and onto the neck. Stipple. Go, 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 go.
Stipple the forehead. So you've got the motion of stippling on the forehead. You stipple that onto the cheekbones. So basically you then drag down and you drag this onto the jawline, and this will give you that lifted, snatch look.
This contour medium colour is the most fabulous colour because it almost looks sun-kissed, but it's a contour. So there is nothing like this colour, darling. It's beyond. And then what you do is you can take this and just use a little bit of it on the edge of the corner of the eye and just blend that in to, again, like that, to just slightly. And what that does is that gives you a little bit of a cheeky, you're contouring the eye. And what you're doing is you're making the eye, dragging it up and out. And then on, again, as we said before, stippling along, pat, 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 pat. That's what you mean by stippling. And then take that, you can drag that down onto the jawline. So let's have a look, sweetie. I'm just looking in there. Gorgeous, Lena. Turn to the side. Can we see, darlings? Can we see what that's done? It's so fabulous. In the harshest daylight, you are going to look so sculpted and fabulous. And as you move your face, it's just going to be amazing. And then what you can do with this is you can always take a little bit and just put a little bit on the nose. We like to do that, don't we? That little kind of Lindsay trick. We like to put a little bit on the nose like that. Glow is a sophisticated glow. We don't want to look shiny. which is different. We want to keep the glow, and we want to glow in the right places. We're going to use this powder. Where we want to keep the shine is, and we're going to go over with the glow in a minute, on the outer corners of the face. So we want to keep this area, which is underneath the eyes a little bit. We want to powder that and lift that and make that look smooth. So we want that flawless, poreless look.
This is a key area a lot of people always miss out, which is that hot spot in between the brows and the forehead. So this is an area, and then like Charlotte said, is you want to keep all of your glow on the high points of the face, but you never want to look like you're shining through the T-zone. So those are the areas you always want to make sure that you are mattifying. And you can see Rachel doing it on Ziara with the shade 2, and you can see Charlotte doing it on Maddie.
We wanted something that was going to be flawless and poreless, and literally with this, I have literally had people going, where are your pores, right? And because I've got flawless, poreless ones. So you can just see like that. We might take that little hot spot there down a little bit. There we go. And just see, pat that in like that. Pat, 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 pat. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And again, because it's so finely milled, this powder, a little bit of your glow will come through. So you won't look sort of matte and flat. You'll just look airbrushed and beautiful. Now, we're going to go on to use Exaggerize Eye Palette, darling. We're going to take a little bit of my Airbrush Flawless powder, and we're going to pop that over the eyelid, and literally to make it nice and easy, we're backwards and forwards like a windscreen wiper. Voila.
So this is just an easy way for you to prime your lids.
Exactly.
What tends to happen with eyelids, or again with the areas of shine, anyone in the crowd, you've probably realized maybe you've got an oily lid, or you're like, my makeup doesn't grip, or you know, my eyeshadow moves around a bit much, or I can't wear shimmers, or all of these kind of things. So by priming your lid with a bit of powder, which is literally just taking a translucent powder like your airbrush, priming that before you're starting to do your eyeshadow already kind of lifts that, and it gives you a nice even base, so then your eyeshadow doesn't grab, your eyeshadow doesn't stick.
Now, I am taking my Exaggerize palette. So we prime the eye, we enhance, we smoke, and then we're going to add the glow. So I'm taking actually a little bit of my smoke shade, because close your eyes, we prime, I'm just taking that across the eyelid like that, and I'm dragging it up and out. So you can go like that, backwards and forwards like a windscreen wiper, but then you just take it up and out, because we want to drag the eye, create that sculpting optical illusion kind of effect. Now, if you again want to blend this in, what you can do is you can take again the enhance, and again, if you've gone too strong, and this enhance will, close your eyes for me, darling, it will just blur everything. Can you see how that just blurs? It's so forgiving, and it just smooths out. If you have any harsh lines, what you do is you just take this and it just blurs and blends it all in. There are harmonies of color that will, all this palette is designed to blend perfectly, so you really can't get it wrong.
Rachel's using the Pillow Talk Dreams.
If you have green eyes, this will make your green eyes pop, because it's got a ready undertone. And if you have brown eyes, it will just bring out the golden lights. And if you have blue eyes, again, it will make them look even more piercing. So it's really, really, this palette is a total phenomenon, because it really is just so complementary to everybody. So we're going to take a little bit of this smoke shade backwards and forwards like a windscreen wiper, but we go underneath the eye. And that just, again, all we want to do is we want to look very natural and glowing, and that just creates natural shadow, which then opens up the eye and makes it look bigger. Eyes to mesmerize and exaggerize in a very natural way. Look at me. This is really important. Where you take this brightening, by putting that little dot in there, that widens the eye, that little kind of trick. Now, we are going to use my spotlight. We've done that. You can see how super easy this is, darling. You don't need me. All these products can do it. Now, we are going to add the glow. The pearls are so dreamy. Okay, so we're going to take that with my finger, and look how easy this is. A finger, not even a brush, because they meld actually to the heat in your fingertips. And we're going to take that and just swipe that across the eyelid and show you what this does. Look how beautiful that is. And it really creates the most beautiful, it dances with the light. That diamond dimension, because makeup is all about shade and light. glow and shadow. Oh my God, the Pillow Talk Dreams, look at this. Oh, look at that, darling.
Wow.
So gorgeous. I mean, it just, the dimension of how that really brings out that crystal glaze. Again, with your finger, super, super easy. Anyone can do this, darling. And you can just drag it up, blend it in if you want. It's the most beautiful formula. Exaggerate, this is it. This mascara is amazing. So it's all about having a really great mascara, because if you have really naughty, stubborn lashes like mine, and they're kind of like straight and they need a good old push-up bra for the lashes, then Exaggerate is amazing. But when you put on mascara, what's crucial is that you have a genius mascara like this, but you nestle it into your lashes to give that tight line at the base, and then it just coats and wraps around each lash. And what's great about this mascara is it gives you 9 times more volume. Look at me, darling. So it really gives you, if you want, like I always want every day, I want to extend my lashes and give myself that false lash effect, exaggerated lashes, then this is the mascara for you. Now, I know Rachel over there, darling, you're using Pillow Talk, and that's more of a soft, dreamy, individual. It really separates them. I mean, so does this one, but it's more clean, girl. It's very lengthening and in a soft, dreamy way. This one is giving you that full bang for your buck, darling, which I love. I'm an exaggerated girl, can you tell? Gorgeous. Look, can we just see, darling, what that's done? We love a mascara because a good mascara, lengthening your lashes, will really exaggerate your eyes and make them look a lot bigger. Now, look at me, darling, and if you want to then kind of just go along the tips, you can literally just paint the tips like that to get more exaggerated length. And with again, you're using the mascara just to kind of comb the ends of your lashes. Now, take your mascara vertically and literally paint the lashes individually.
Almost.
Darlings, and now we're going to go to the lip lift effect. And you're going to use Pillow Talk, and we're going to show you how to get the lip lift effect. Start with a Cupid's bow and slightly draw over the Cupid's bow along the lip line. Sorry, oops, there we go. I'm trying to do so you can see it at the same time. There we go. And so you're tracing over the lip line. And this is a waterproof lip liner, so it will not go into any fine lines. It won't feather. You're not going to look like you're wearing lipstick, because I studied the lip pigments in everyone's lips. So you get this kind of natural rose-body lips. We do this on all celebrities to just cheat the fact that their lips are luscious and gorgeous. Lip lift hack is to go over the Cupid's bow like that, slightly draw over the Cupid's bow, and then go drag it down, and then go here to the center of the lip, bring it low, and then kind of take it up. And what you want to do is then fill in, because this is a lip duo, so then you want to put the center of the lip with the kind of paler color. One you contour with, and the other one you fill in with. So now we're going to fill in with this one, darling, like that. So it gives you the perfect lip hack. Right, turn that way for me, Maddie, darling. Divine. So can everyone see the difference? So I'm just going to do half a lip so you can see. Now, are you over here with Pillow Talk, darling?
And look how natural that looks.
Yeah,
on
can we
her.
just see how this is the one, literally, I studied lip pigments, how natural that looks and how gorgeous that looks, and just filling in the lip liner. You won't know that you're wearing a lipstick. This is my fabulous Plumpgasm. It is incredible. This makes your lips look instantly 93% bigger without all that burn. It's a soft and dreamy. It's a gloss oil. Any fine lines on your lips, it retexturizes your lips immediately. It's divine. I mean, so gorgeous.
Wow.
Beautiful before and beautiful after. Wow. So we've got to now get into our glow, the greatest glow on earth. This is a beauty light wand. We're going to take the beauty light wand and we're going to place this in a C for Charlotte. This is going to make you look like you are wandering around with a diva light, okay? A spotlight. I call this Hollywood spotlight. And there we go. And you literally look at that, look at the satin light. It will create that satin texture, like someone's wandering around with a diva light spotlight on you, just lighting your cheekbones, like they do in Hollywood. So we've got the highlighter here, the wick cascades the cheeks like that. And then we're going to take this, and this is a trick I do on a lot of celebrities because we talked about the bigger, brighter eyes. And we're going to put that in this inner corner here, like that, in this sort of V-like dot. And that just really opens up the eye. And we're just going to use this little tip there, just do draw a little line, almost all the way down, like that. You can just go over with your finger, and then take and do an exclamation mark, and then just do a little dot there, and that just gives you that little button nose. But this is something that I've done a lot on the kind of Jennifer Lopez. It's something that a lot of celebrities use because it just gives you that nose architecture. Now we're going to use Pinkgasm, just give you that inner glow. And we're going to put a dot here like that. Do not do it too low. You've got to do it high up on the cheek.
Not below the nose.
Not below the nose. And not exactly on the apple, because look, if you go like that, then you just blend it. Smile for me, darling, look at me. And then gorgeous. And so you want it high up because we want to look young, fresh, and divine. Gorgeous, look at that, fabulous. Wow. Now, if the Lindsay Lohan trick, you just go across the nose like that, which she loves to do, and we all love to do. I mean, Kate, Sienna, they all love doing this one. But it's so pretty. Done, no, I think.
Yeah, now we just have to lock and set.
You can do a little bit there if you want. Exactly. Lock and set.
Oh.
Woo! Okay, darlings. Does everyone know about airbrush setting spray? You can dance all night, you can party all day, dance all night, and you will just look absolutely flawless. And you just spray this, and it not only locks in your makeup, but it gives you the most incredible glow. Then that's locked in the makeup. Can you see that glow that's given the skin so beautifully? And this airbrush setting spray, so it is so amazing that when Celine Dion went up to the top of the Eiffel Tower at the Olympics, and it was raining, pouring, in fact. And so she's so amazing. She was standing there, and obviously she had to look absolutely flawless. So she put this on, and literally there was perfection. She stood in the pouring rain and looked absolutely flawless. Her makeup did not budge, and it was literally, her and I were like, thank God for airbrush flawless. So we saved the Olympics.
I was about to say, Charlotte Tilbury saved the Olympics, and the most iconic moment of it. So true. Woohoo!
So, do you all know about Unreal? Because if you don't know about Unreal, you need to know about Unreal. What it does is it gives you the beachiest, healthiest spa juice cleanse glow, and you literally can pop that on. You literally can blend it in like that with your fingers, super easy. Scribble it, smudge it, just do it, okay? And this just is, I mean, this is so you, darling, Australia. This is the first time this is being revealed. This is my Unreal blush. I literally studied being on boats, whether it's like, you know, with Demi Moore, Kate Moss, Elle McPherson, I mean, all of them, you know, we'd be Giselle Bündchen, whatever, we're doing photo shoots all around the world. But it's often in Ibiza, and the sun sets, and then there'll be kind of a little bit sun-kissed or a little bit sun-burnished, or you get that kind of like little kind of sunset look. There's a gorgeous golden light in Ibiza. And I was like, I've got to bottle this, but I want to bottle it with the juiciest, glossiest glaze glow for your cheeks. High up on the cheek, look at that, darling. And then, again, you just get you could do this with your fingers if you wanted, like super easy. And then you just literally stipple and pat that in like that, and that just gives you the prettiest glow. Look at that. Just so gorgeous, so easy, so fresh. It scatters the light, makes you glow like you've just been on that juice cleanse. So, darlings, we're going to finish off with fragrance, and we are going to use Love Frequency. The most powerful of our senses is our nose. 5 times more powerful than our hearing, taste, touch. So I wanted to elicit a feeling. And so what we did is with this, when I called this Love Frequency, it actually elicits feelings of love. I want to spray that on you, sweetie. How gorgeous is that? With the amazing rose, and we've distilled the stem, the rose petals, and they all come from Turkey's beautiful roses, patchouli. Right, so you can feel love. More sex. I'm going to wear that because I love it, darling, every day. This has the leather, the sandalwood, the musks. And this is Joyforia. Joyforia is amazing because Joyforia has, again, all the amazing jasmine flowers from India, ylang-ylang from, Madagascar, vanilla. Spray this on your pillow. Calm bliss tonight with lavender from France.
Do you know what?
Darling.
I just have to say that this is so incredible on every level. First of all, you all look incredible. Thank you so much. And then you, powerhouse, talking skin and unbelievable colour and the most exquisite fragrances that do give us joy and do make us feel love frequency. It's incredible that you have shared such phenomenal intel with us tonight.
Thank you.
You are an unbelievable legend. So, please, let's hear it for Charlotte Tilbury, the most extraordinary makeup artist, beauty specialist, skin superemo, and fragrance wowzer of all time, Charlotte Tilbury.
Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for making this the biggest, greatest show on earth. Woohoo! Thank you. Amazing.